everyone, it's me, Sophia. If you've ever had your creative work stolen and passed off as someone else's while being told it's not good enough in front of millions, then this story is going to make you furious and then cheer like hell. This is my revenge recall, how my mother-in-law, a famous interior design influencer, stole my home designs and claimed them as her own in magazines and videos, while my husband backed her and cheated with her photographer, how I left with our daughter and built a design empire that outshone hers and returned as the keynote speaker at the biggest home design expo where she was the ambassador. I was 31 when I finally walked out, but let's go back to the start of the theft. I met Ethan when I was 25. I was a self-taught interior designer with a small Instagram, thrifted furniture flips, DIY projects, cozy spaces on a budget. I loved mixing vintage with modern, bold colors, personal touches. He was the son of Evelyn Hart, the queen of luxury interior design vlogs, million-dollar home tours, magazine features, sponsored everything. Ethan managed her business. He found my account, said my style had raw potential, and we started dating. We got married fast. Had our daughter Luna at 27. Evelyn was thrilled, a granddaughter for family content. At first it seemed helpful. She offered advice on our new home. Sophia, dear, your ideas are cute, but let me refine them. Ethan agreed. Mom's the expert, babe. Trust her. But it turned into theft. I'd redesign a room, paint colors, furniture layout, handmade art, and suddenly Evelyn's next video featured almost identical setups. My latest client project, all my vision. She'd tag high-end brands, get magazine spreads. If I pointed it out, darling, great minds think alike. Yours is sweet, but mine is professional. On camera, it got vicious. Evelyn's lives from our house. Sophia's corner before I helped. So cluttered. Showing my old setups versus her improvements. Or my daughter-in-law tries, bless her, but she chooses the cheapest pieces. Chat exploded with laughing emojis. Ethan stood beside her, nodding. Mom elevated the space. I confronted them privately. Those were my designs. My colors, my layouts. Evelyn laughed. Coincidence, dear. You're inspired by me. Ethan, don't be dramatic. Sophomore mom's building her brand. It helps us too. He controlled finances. All income from Evelyn's empire funneled through him. My allowance barely covered Luna's needs. My own account stagnated because focus on family, not competing with mom. Evelyn's photographer/assistant Chloe was always around, stunning, artistic, shooting all the heart signature looks. I trusted her. But I noticed the late planning shoots, the way Ethan lit up around her creativity, I apparently lacked. One day I used Ethan's laptop for Luna's virtual preschool and saw an open folder. Hard Designs Backup. Inside, my original sketches, photos of rooms before Evelyn's touch, emails. Ethan to Chloe. Sophia's ideas are raw gold. We refine them and they're heart level. Chloe. She'll never know. Last night was incredible though. Intimate photos from a shoot that was clearly a hotel. I waited until Luna napped. Ethan, are you sleeping with Chloe? He sighed, annoyed. Sophia, you're jealous of mom's success again. Chloe and I are artistic partners. She gets the vision. You've been so distracted with Luna. But the emails, the photos. You're seeing things. If you supported mom more instead of claiming credit, we'd all be happier. The final straw was Evelyn's biggest magazine cover. Heart Home of the Year. Full spread of our house. Every room my original design. Caption. All Evelyn Hart. Millions saw it. Comments. Evelyn is genius. Her son's wife is so lucky. That night, while they celebrated the feature, I packed 2 bags, strapped sleeping Luna into the car, and drove to my mom's place states away. No post.
No confrontation.
Just gone. The first years after leaving were a brutal grind, mixed with quiet victories. Luna was only 4, asking why Grandma's fancy house with the pretty rooms was gone, why we didn't have the big cameras anymore. I crashed with my mom in a small apartment, sleeping on the couch with Luna squeezed beside me, taking freelance graphic gigs and odd styling jobs to pay for daycare. Every dollar from Ethan's child support came with strings, texts like, "Use this for Luna's education, not more cheap furniture." I stayed off social media completely for months. Seeing Evelyn's feed, luxurious home tours featuring rooms that were my original designs, captioned, "All heart signature," made me want to smash my phone. But design was my soul. Late at night, after Luna's bedtime stories, I started a new private account. No luxury, no perfection. Just real spaces. Our tiny apartment transformed with thrifted finds, DIY hacks, bold colors on a budget. Captions raw. Day 212 of rebuilding a home that feels like me. This wall costs $30 and makes me smile every day. People found it. Budget-conscious moms, renters tired of beige, women who wanted personality without a big bank account. Comments flooded. Finally design content I can afford. You make spaces feel like home, not a showroom. Followers grew fast. Small sustainable brands reached out. I said yes, reinvested everything, better camera, lighting, consistent posting. By Luna's 7th birthday, the account had 2 million followers. I launched Sophia Spaces, affordable design guides, virtual consultations, my own line of budget-friendly decor with ethical manufacturers. First collections sold out in hours. Magazines that once featured Evelyn now called me the fresh voice in accessible design. We moved into a colorful house I designed myself. Every room my vision, no refinements needed. Life wasn't just surviving. It was creating vibrant, personal, thriving. Evelyn's empire kept expanding. Bigger home tours, TV segments, her face on home decor boxes at major retailers. She and Ethan openly featured Chloe as lead photographer and creative partner. They got engaged in a sponsored Italian villa shoot. Comments gushed. Heart family goals. Chloe completes the vision. Ethan posted dad moments during visits. Luna in heart-designed playrooms. I never responded publicly. Co-parenting stayed lawyer-managed. Scheduled visits, neutral exchanges. Then the invitation arrived. Design Expo Global, the largest home and interior event worldwide, hundreds of thousands attending, streamed everywhere. They wanted me as the keynote speaker on the main stage. Theme: the future of personal design. Evelyn Hart was the official ambassador. Her face dominated every promo banner. My hands shook holding the email. But then I read DMs from followers. Women who'd redesigned their homes on budgets because of me. Renters who felt empowered for the first time. I thought about Luna, now 8, drawing her own room plans, proud of spaces that felt like us. I accepted. Preparation was meticulous. Outfit from my collab line. Bold print dress, unapologetic color. Keynote blending personal story with accessible design philosophy. Rehearsed until it flowed naturally. Expo weekend. I arrived with Luna, who was thrilled for the kids' craft zone. Kept low profile at first. Fans mobbed me for photos, tears, and hugs. Then the VIP gala. I walked in confident, dress flowing. Evelyn spotted me across the ballroom. Still elegant in neutral couture, Ethan and Chloe beside her like accessories. Sophia, darling. Keynote speaker, how charming. Smile frozen. Ethan nodded stiffly. Chloe avoided eyes. Evelyn leaned in. Let's keep things tasteful this weekend, yes? For the industry. For Luna. I smiled calmly. Of course. The air crackled. The real design reveal was about to begin. The expo days were a whirlwind of inspiration and underlying electricity. Luna explored the kids' design zone, building mini rooms from recycled materials, coming back with sketches and stories. I did smaller stages, book signings, fans stopping me with tears. Your budget flips changed how I see my apartment. You made design feel possible for normal people. Evelyn's ambassador role dominated. Ribbon cuttings, VIP tours, her face on every banner. Ethan and Chloe coordinated like a perfect team. Sunday. Main stage keynote. Massive hall, 50,000 seats filled, millions streaming. MC introduced me. The designer who made luxury accessible, Sophia. I walked out to thunderous applause. Luna front row, waving a handmade Sophia Spaces flag. I took the mic, heart racing but voice steady. I started engaging before/after flips from followers, tips for personal spaces, celebrating creativity over cost. Crowd laughed, cheered, connected. Then the shift. I want to talk about original design. Because for years, my work wasn't credited. It was copied, refined, and claimed by someone with a bigger platform. The hall hushed. I designed our family home. Every color, layout, personal touch. And those designs appeared in magazines, videos, spreads as someone else's vision. My ideas called raw or cute, while the professional version got the praise.
Gasp spread.
I was told it was coincidence or inspiration.
But it was theft.
And when I found out my husband was sharing more than ideas, late shoots with the photographer who captured those stolen designs, I realized the real refinement was erasing me entirely. I looked toward the wings. Evelyn rigid in couture. Ethan pale. Chloe staring down. True design isn't stealing someone's soul to make your space look perfect. It's creating from your own, bold, personal, honest. Tears streamed down my face, but my voice stayed strong. I left with our daughter and a suitcase of sketches. And from that, I built something original, designed for real lives, real budgets, real people. The hall erupted. Standing ovation that wouldn't end. Chants of Sophia Spaces. Women crying openly. On the screens, my projects flashed next to Evelyn's signature ones. Identical origins, undeniable. Evelyn tried to approach the stage, but organizers held the moment. Chloe pulled Ethan back. The MC, voice thick. I think we just witnessed a redesign of the industry. Q&A was powerful. Designers sharing plagiarism stories, asking how to protect work. One young creator asked, "How did you rebuild trust in your vision after being told it wasn't enough?" I smiled through tears. I stopped asking permission from the people who needed my ideas silent to claim them as theirs. And I started sharing them with people who saw the original beauty all along. Another endless ovation. Clips exploded. #SophiaTruth trending globally. Backstage, Evelyn cornered me, face twisted. "Sophia, you humiliated me in front of the entire design world. How could you?" I met her eyes. "I didn't humiliate you, Evelyn. You did, one stolen room, one cute but raw comment, one lie at a time. Today, I just credited the real designer." I walked away as the crowd still roared. The comeback wasn't decor or drama. It was 50,000 people seeing the original blueprint, mine, unrefined, undeniable. And it felt like finally living in the home I'd always designed for myself. The weeks after the keynote were a tidal wave of validation I never knew I needed. The speech clip broke every design platform record, hundreds of millions of views, shared across Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok home accounts, even architecture forums dissecting the plagiarism side by side. #OriginalSophia trended for days. My follower count tripled. Messages poured in by the hundreds of thousands. Designers who'd had work stolen finally speaking up. Renters who felt empowered to personalize. Women who'd left controlling families inspired by my quiet exit. Some stories shattered me. A young designer sent photos of her portfolio next to a famous blogger's, identical, uncredited. "Because of you, I'm suing." Another shared her first paid project. "Your words made me believe my raw ideas were enough." I read them during Luna's bedtime, tears falling on her sketches of dream rooms. Evelyn's empire crumbled fast.
Luxury brands paused partnerships.
Magazine editors pulled features pending clarification. Her ambassador title got quietly revoked for future events. Chloe disappeared from all shoots, joint posts deleted. Ethan and Evelyn's heart family narrative couldn't survive the exposed blueprint. Ethan called once, voice broken, background silent. "Sophia, you destroyed Mom's legacy. Everything's falling apart. Brand's gone. Luna hears things from friends. Was this worth it?" I sat in my studio, surrounded by sketches for my next collection, Luna asleep in the room I designed for her. Every detail mine. No, Ethan, I said calmly. You destroyed it the first time you let her claim my work. The second time when you shared more than ideas with Chloe. I just stopped letting you build on my foundation without credit. He had nothing left. I hung up. Years have passed now. Sophia Spaces is the leading name in accessible design, collections in major stores, TV show, global consultations. My second line focuses on single mom homes. Luna's 11, designing her own mini collections, proud of spaces that feel like us. We live vibrantly, colorful walls, thrifted treasures, rooms that tell our story. Evelyn retired quietly, sold the signature mansion. Posts rare. Ethan works behind the scenes, no more public family. He sees Luna on visits, neutral cafes, polite. People ask, do you regret the public call-out? Was it revenge? I always answer fully. It wasn't revenge. It was restoration. Restoring credit to the original creator. The moment I stopped letting them renovate my work into theirs, I gave every designer, every woman, every person with stolen ideas permission to claim their space. If you're watching and your work, your ideas, your home are being claimed or criticized by someone calling it refinement, hear me. You can leave quietly. You can start small, one room, one sketch, one truth. You can rebuild until your design is undeniable. Your space is yours. And when you do, you'll realize the only refinement you ever needed was believing in your original vision. That's my recall. Not luxury, not stolen, just original, bold, and finally credited. Thank you for listening. Share your favorite space in the comments. Someone needs inspiration for theirs today. See you in the next one.